Hello guys, I'm excited to come your way with another video. If you are a new subscriber, if you are new to this channel, please consider clicking on the subscribe button so that anytime I post a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you for supporting this channel. So today we are going to do something different. Today I have something new planned for you. I know it's been a while I posted on my channel, but I was actually putting this together for you. Today we are going to have a discussion with one fine gentleman here. And without wasting much time, I'm ready. I hope you are ready. Let's get right into it. Oh, mini akwaba.
Yeah.
Bajona hwe.
Oh,
For the purpose of this discussion, it may say you become bro for kakra.
Oh,
okay,
sure.
Is it jamu demo ya ben for it?
No. We are just managing.
Okay, Charlie, it's nice to have you on my platform, and I deliberately invited you here to share some of your experiences you have with my people. But before that, I think you should begin by telling us about yourself. Let us know you a bit.
Oh, thank you very much, my brother, for the opportunity. We will say it's a pleasure being here.
Oh,
and also
I am rather fortunate to have you here on this platform.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. The pleasure is all mine. And for me, dear, my name is Asamoah Joseph.
So guys, he's also Asamoah. So he's the senior Asamoah and I am junior Asamoah. Yes. So just so you know.
Yeah. So usually called Joe. Most of the people here know me by Joe. So Uti Joe Biawaha. Actually, I'm the second Joe also here. So
okay. That's nice. That's nice to know. So, a quick question. So which part of Ghana do you come from?
Okay, I come from Western region, Shama to be precise, but actually I've stayed all my life in Tafo, which is in Kumasi.
Kumasi, Tafo.
I am a Kumerican by by geographical location.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So for how long did you stay in Kumasi before finally moving to Hong Kong?
Oh, I've stayed in Kumasi for over 26, 27 years. Yeah, over 27 years.
Is that where you were born?
Yeah, actually, I was born in Kumasi.
Oh, okay. So if that is the case, then you're originally a Kumerican. You are actually not from Western region.
Well, if you put it that way, well, yeah, my father's.
Oh, okay. So that's nice. So I want you to tell me life. How was life for you back in Ghana before you actually traveled? How was life for you? What were you doing before moving to Hong Kong?
Oh, okay. So actually, I was an accountant in Ghana, St. Patrick's Nursing and Midwifery Training School. I was offensive. So I was there working as an accountant.
And it says, Jessica Ford, accountant is someone that's
as they say, there's so many anyway, the
difference. Oh, okay. So that's nice. So at what point did you actually decide to move to Hong Kong? What informed your decision? Because you mentioned that you were actually an accountant back in Ghana. So as an accountant, I know you'll be earning a good salary. So like what really made you move, or take that decision that, finally I want to leave Ghana?
Well, personally, I've always wanted to be in academia. So as I grew and as I was in school, I always planned to further my education after my bachelor's. And I was looking out for other opportunities here and there. And in Ghana also, you realize that job opportunities are rare. So after my national service, my boss decided to keep me there. So who was I to say no?
Oh, okay. So you are part of the lucky ones. Those who are, retained after their national service.
Yeah, God being so good.
Okay.
All glory to God.
We thank God. But anyway, quick one. Which school did you attend back in Ghana? Because you mentioned that after your bachelor's, you had your national service. So I want to know the school. In Ghana, there's only one best school in Ghana. Well, that is KNUST, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and the rest. So I want to know the kind of school you actually attended. One of the rest. Which school? I know you're part of the rest. So do you mind, mentioning the school you attended back in Ghana?
Well, currently my school holds the title for the best business school in Ghana.
Oh, come
So
on, pardon me. Okay, so which
I
school is
actually
that?
attended University of Education, Winnipeg,
Hmm.
main campus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And which year did you actually, attend? And which year did you actually complete?
What should I say? Since we age, but I don't know. Okay,
Obviously, so wait,
I
I just
went
want my audience to get to know you more.
I went to Winnipeg in 2014, and then
Okay.
I left in 2018.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. To the best of my knowledge, I know that anytime Winneba comes to mind, what people think or for what comes to mind is that, if you attend Winneba, you will become a teacher. If you attend Winneba, you become a teacher. So why did you like divert, or how come you actually became an accountant and not being a teacher and teaching in a classroom?
I think that is one of the biggest misconception that people have.
Mm-hmm.
In Winnipeg, we have different kinds of programs.
Okay.
I think you should be aware of the B.Ed programs, that is Bachelor of Education and stuff. I actually did not do anything related to education.
Oh,
I
okay.
did a Bachelor of Business Administration.
Oh, okay. So yours has nothing to do with
It has
education.
nothing to do with education,
Oh,
but
okay.
at least I got the opportunity to take a few educational courses.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So back to the question. Why did you decide to to leave Ghana? Because come on, it looks like everyone is leaving Ghana. Why did you also decide to leave Ghana? Ghana there, like what really influenced your decision that, oh, let me move to, another country. I'm tired of Ghana.
I think for me the path was already laid for me. It was
Okay.
quite clear.
Hmm.
Given that personally I had no intention whether to move outside or to stay in there. All that I knew was that I would want to further my education, do more, and at least become a lecturer or a professor in the future. So
Eish. Goes
basically,
there.
that has always been the goal.
Hmm.
But my big bro had already laid a
The,
solid path ahead, so
hmm.
it was like,
It
yeah,
was
we were
very easy
just,
for you when you actually got here, right?
well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I actually came here basically because of him.
Hmm.
He had been to Europe for his masters, and then he came here for his PhD.
PhD. Okay.
So I think way back in 2018, he even started telling me that I should try and apply and come. And young boys
Mm-hmm.
coming up, we think we know it all. I start the application, and then once I encounter one or two challenges, I just leave it there and
Hmm.
then just go about doing my stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that had always been the thing.
Okay.
That had always been the
Okay. Okay. So no, now let's come to Hong Kong. Now we've gotten to know that you come from Ghana. You stayed in Kumasi. In fact, that was where you were born and all that.
thing.
Now let's discuss Hong Kong. So in which very year did you come to Hong Kong?
I originally came here in 2020.
2020. Okay.
Yes.
2020, is it the COVID-19 period?
Yeah, COVID-19 period.
So how were you able to come here? Because I know that most countries were on lockdown and all that. So how did you manage to come here? Did you vanish or something?
Well, in fact, traveling here is a bit of a story in
Hmm.
itself. Because when I got the admission, I was supposed to come to Hong Kong in August or latest by September.
Mm-hmm.
But you will be there, and then they will tell you that uh, flights have been cancelled. You'll be there, they will tell you that the border has been closed, it has been reopened. So I was allowed to actually do my first semester in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I was doing it, we kept checking for an opening
Okay.
so that I could
Okay.
travel. And then God being so good, in December, I got the opportunity to finally make the move and then come.
Okay. So it means you actually had your first semester back in Ghana.
Yes.
All your lectures were held online.
Yeah, they were.
You also
online.
took your end of semester exam online.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I did that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I remember back in Ghana, in my school too, we also did, same. Because of the COVID-19, we were also forced to take our examinations online and all that. So now, in which very school do you attend here in Hong Kong, and which program are you currently pursuing?
I attend Lingnan University.
Oh, Lingnan University.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Lingnan University, and I'm doing an MPhil in accounting.
Hey, just hope so DSC
Oh,
kasa.
that's it's can be
What
anymore.
started
Stress over me.
a bachelor's accounting, MPhil accounting. Hey, and yeah, you know you be DSC
Oh no, no,
kasa.
no.
Oh, okay. So why Lingnan University? Because I know there are so many universities here in Hong Kong. I know there's HKU, there's PolyU, there's HKBU and all that. So why Lingnan University?
Well, Lingnan, it's a very close knit place to be in. Actually, for my MPhil, I chose Lingnan for a purpose. I've already been here since 2020 for my first master's program.
Okay.
And I enjoy the atmosphere.
Mm.
And then how small the school is, it enables the professors to have enough time for you. So basically, it is that easy to get access to them. It is not so big a school. So everybody knows everybody.
Mm.
And it's very helpful. They have a very helpful community here.
Mm.
So when I was coming actually from Ghana to Lingnan, I actually had no idea how Lingnan would be.
Mm.
I had no idea about the other schools, although I checked them out and all that. But I don't know why I just applied to Lingnan
Mm.
because I was like, do it, do it, do it. That was what I've always been told.
Okay.
Apply to schools in Hong Kong, apply. But I wasn't given an ear.
Mm.
So when I applied, actually, it was during the interview time that I had to really do a bit of research into Lingnan University. Then I realized that quality of education, they were second at that time,
Mm.
and then among other things. And I was really impressed. And I was like, oh yeah, this is the place.
I
I
know
would
for a
really
fact
like
that
to
my
be.
school, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, topped the chart with what you are just talking
When,
about.
when,
You know it. You
when,
know it. Let's not go into this. You already know this.
when was Kwame Nkrumah University when Lingnan was
Okay,
doing
but
all
I
these?
think I'm sure we are definitely going to have another interview, and then for that very interview I'd want you to really educate my audience on how to actually gain admission and all that here. So that will be a discussion for another day. But let me ask you this quick question. Back in Ghana, whenever you hear people traveling, what comes to mind is, oh, I'm going to the western part of the world. I'm going to like Canada. I'm going to like America. Europe and all that. So why Asia?
Well,
Why Asia? Because it sounds weird. Well, I don't know. So share with us, why did you decide to come to Asia and specifically Hong Kong?
I think I have partly answered this question because I said my path was already laid out for me.
Okay.
My big bro had already been to Europe.
Hmm.
He was in Norway.
Oh, Norway.
So
Okay.
he had had that experience there. And then when he came here also in Hong Kong, he had also experienced Hong Kong. So for him to be telling me that I should apply to Hong Kong, among all other things, sent a very strong signal to me that, well, there is something really good here in Hong Kong. And then when I also checked at the looking at the scholarships and other things, I realized that Hong Kong scholarships is well better off than any of the European institutions. Actually, I dare say it's one of the best scholarship that you can receive. And then also, when I was checking for the schools, actually, about my interview time and all that, I was trying to look at the schools rankings and all that. Do you know that Hong Kong universities, most of them find themselves within the first 50 world ranking?
Wow, that is actually a good thing to know.
Yeah, so the quality of education here in Hong Kong, I think, is really, really good. And then the scholarship that they give is also good.
It's very good,
Yeah.
man. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Don't worry. I'm sure we are definitely going to have another interview where you actually educate my audience on some of the benefits that comes with schooling in Asia.
But a quick disclaimer: the scholarship being good doesn't mean that Sika boys photo.
So Sika boys no person
Oh,
so
no,
but
no,
there's
not
more money.
really.
I know Sika for
No, no.
so what is your take on Hong Kong? Like how do you see Hong Kong? how, because you have been here for, if I'm not mistaken, 3 years, because you
Yeah.
mentioned that you came here in 2020. So like, what is your take on the country?
In fact, Hong Kong is a really good place to be. I think that amongst Ghanaians and Africans, it's one of the underrated places that you can think of. But overall, Hong Kong is a really good place. Sikawaha, because this is the financial hub.
Boys Piscal, Bosubium. There's money here, right?
No, that is if you are working and doing all that.
Sikawaha, okay.
Yeah, because here is a financial hub. So basically, a lot of things go on in and around here. And one good thing about Hong Kong, other than most of the Asian countries, is that they speak English.
Okay.
So you can get to do certain jobs and everything in English.
In fact, I was just about to ask you this question, that do you feel like um, language is a barrier for you, because you have been here for 3 good years? I was just about to ask that question, so I'm glad you actually brought it up.
Well, there are some perks in speaking Cantonese, but apart from those perks, I've been here for 3 years and I don't even speak any Cantonese whatsoever.
But I'm sure by now you know some few expressions.
No, just a few words, like about 3 words or
Can you
so.
just say at least one of
Ngoisa,
Ngoisa?
Doche.
And where that means
They all mean
Ngoisa?
thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there are two ways of saying thank you.
Yeah. I think one is when someone has done something good for you and you want to say thank you. Like you want to show that appreciation. They usually go doche. And then Ngoisa is like the normal thank you.
The normal
that
thank
usually
you.
kind of
Oh, it's quite interesting, because how can there be, variations of thank you? Well,
well, I think it depends on what the person has done for you.
okay. That's nice to know. So clearly, language is not a barrier for you, right? Because
It
I'm
is.
sure if language was a barrier by now, you would have moved to Ghana or something.
Oh, by now I would have started learning Cantonese.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think there are perks to learning and knowing the language because when you go to the job market, for some of the jobs, they require that you speak both English and Cantonese or Mandarin. And then for others, English alone is okay. So I think if you can speak the Cantonese or Mandarin, the pool is bigger for you in terms of
It gives
job
you an added
opportunities.
advantage.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. But other than that, if you are only speaking English, you should be okay.
Well, I have also learned some few expressions in Cantonese, if you care to
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
I know expression like Ngei Homa.
Gay home, huh?
Yes, I don't know if you've heard that. Ngei
No.
Homa, it means how are you?
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm also catching up very fast on the
Oh,
language.
you are doing better than myself.
Anyway, that's just by the way. So, apart from Hong Kong being a good place to like have further education or something, do you also think there are job opportunities here for like people who would want to come into work and not necessarily, have the education?
Well, I think you had an answer on your own.
Oh, no, you are the one, like having this something with me. So I will actually talk about myself some other time.
No, I'm just using you.
You want to use me as an example? Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think there are a lot of opportunities here in Hong Kong, and frankly speaking, as it was in 2020, Hong Kong has really opened up over the past few years, and there are a lot of job opportunities here. There are even a lot of jobs that we can take this time around that at first people would not even try to even apply. But here there are a lot of jobs. I know people, Ghanaians here, who are doing audit work, who are working in schools as teachers, among other things. And we have professors here who are Ghanaians.
Oh wow, that's interesting to know.
And a whole lot of work that people are doing. So I think Hong Kong generally in terms of job opportunities, if you hold the right qualifications, you don't have any problem.
Oh, okay, so it means that Hong Kong is just not for literates, like those who actually want to come here to have further education. But if you also want to work, this is actually a good hub or a spot for you, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, that's nice to know. But another quick question: is it like very difficult to get a visa for Hong Kong? Because I know that for Hong Kong, before you come here, you need like an electronic visa or something. When you get to the port, the airport, that is where you are issued an actual visa. So is it very, difficult to get it as compared to, the Western countries? Of course, in Ghana, you know the situation.
Yeah.
If you need a visa to America, I think there's no earliest date. As we speak, I think the available date is somewhere around somewhere January 2024. So, like, is it very easy? Is it easy to get a visa to Hong Kong?
Well, I think my knowledge on this is a bit limited. I can speak to visas that are given for educational purposes.
Okay.
So with that one, I think it is one of the easiest that you can really get, because once you have the correct documents and then everything is intact, it is even the school itself that will process everything for you. All
Wow.
that they will do is that they just ask you for the
Documents.
documents, and then at the end of the day, they just tell you it's ready. Pay this amount of money for the visa processing fee. Once it's done, you will just be there, and then they drop it at your doorstep.
Oh,
But
wow.
now with the e-visa, you wouldn't even receive anything at your doorstep. Maybe in your email, you just receive your visa.
Wow, that's interesting. I think people do not know this.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
they know
yeah.
this, they will all not, be trooping and trying to get visas to move to like Canada, USA, Europe, and all that.
Yeah, it's quite easy to get it. Yeah. Once you have the genuine documentation and you meet the
So,
correct
we're
person.
actually bringing this discussion to an end. My last but one question for you is that, so would you actually recommend Hong Kong to someone who has finally decided to have, further studies, or even, let's say, someone who has recently completed, let's say, senior high school, and then a person wants to like have his or her first degree, somewhere? Would you recommend like Hong Kong, or let's say Asia in general, for the person?
Yeah, well, for educational purposes, I think I would say yes, because Hong Kong's educational system, the quality of education is really, really high. And then there are a lot of opportunities here once you come in as a student. Uh, but I think one of the things that people ought to know is that here, unlike most of the places, you are not able to really work whilst you are studying. Now they want to change the rule a little bit, but outside that, if you are here really for studies, I think there are a lot of opportunities here. There are a lot of things you can learn, and Hong Kong opens you up to the world. Because I've seen people who have come here who have been able to move to most of the places that are difficult to move to when you are in Ghana seamlessly. Like they move to Canada, US, Australia, Europe, and these places so easy, so easy. So I think Hong Kong is a really good place for anyone who is really interested in studying, be it undergraduate or postgraduate education.
Okay, my brother, thank you very much for
You're
spending
welcome.
some time with me today. But before you
So
go, do
it's
you
a
have any
pleasure.
last words for my audience? Any last words for them, or any advice, to them? Because they already know that on this channel we learn, we have fun. So, as you have been here for 3 years, or it could be anything. Any advice for them, or your last words, or if you have someone you also want to say, hello to, this is actually
Definitely,
the time.
definitely. So I think my last words would be something that we all are used to. Everything that your hands finds to do it to the best of your abilities, and do it as though you are doing it for God, because it can open doors for you, especially when you move outside. You see that thing really paying off. Yeah, it really pays off. So whatever it is that you are doing, I would suggest you that you do it very well with an open heart, and it will pay off one day. You may not see the results now, but it will pay off one day.
Any shout outs?
Yeah, definitely.
Please give shout outs. You have to definitely give shout out to Mrs. because I see a ring around your finger. So,
Yeah, definitely. Also, a big shout out to my one and only.
hey,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
God word, God word.
yeah, to my beloved. I say I really love you.
Ay,
Yeah. The rest will continue later.
Thank you so much. So,
You're
guys, well,
welcome.
before he
You're
goes,
welcome.
if you care to know, my stay here in Hong Kong is, you know, very comfortable because of this fine gentleman. He's really helped me a lot, and then I really appreciate him like spending time here with me today. So thank you, my brother.
You're welcome.
I'm definitely going to have you here again to educate my people on how to get opportunities to come here to, you know, for education or for jobs and all that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello, guys. So, you know, we've come to the end of today's discussion. And then, as usual, if you've watched to this point, I want to say a very big thank you to you. And then, if you've not liked and if you've not subscribed, I recommend you do that so that anytime I post any video, you'll be the first person to be notified. So you know how we do it. I'll see you in my next video. Peace. Bye-bye.